Yeah, it's chaotic precision. If you don't know, you better find out the dad pack. I'm here to prove a point. We three kings just believe that you don't want to tussle with them. This show is thunder. Subscribe and tune in, and you're laughing to the very end. Don't turn your back on the dad pack. Don't turn your back on the dad pack.
Put the kids to bed. Dad's home. We are the dWo podcast, representing the dad world order. I am the handsome head of household, Mr. Magnificent Mike Martin. And with me, as always, the rest of this patriarch pack. We got the big bad bearded daddy. He is Big Rig Eric Murphy.
Hulk, if you hear me, baby, hell yeah.
And he is the perpetual mid-carder and the two-time world record holder. He is the wrestling t-shirt guy, Cephas.
Cowabunga indeed, ladies and gentlemen. It's day 907 with a Ruby Doobie Soho shirt.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, as Mr. Magnificent said, we are the dWo podcast, and tonight we are back with another Revolver Rewind, talking Cage of Horrors with the one and only TussleMania. How the heck are you, Brizzle?
ECW. What's up, boys?
Man, we're doing good. We're doing good. What a freaking show. Also, shout out to this guy. We're going to talk about hanging out with our boy Tyler Wrestles in Iowa. What up,
Oh,
dude?
my guy Tyler.
Boys, what a weekend. I'm going to be honest with you. It's taken me a few days to recover. I was tired pretty much all day yesterday, and I'm still feeling it a little bit today. Just being a 30-something and traveling. It's like, oh.
That's why I had to split it up. And it's even then. Well, I don't know. The ride home wasn't too bad. Pretty peaceful.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just a stalwart in traveling, but it doesn't bother me too much. I will say the tiredness bothered me.
Yeah,
definitely. That was
Yeah.
Holy shit,
Yep.
though. The show.
yeah.
Just some road
Also,
dogs out here, boys.
What up to our boy Jordan?
What's
Good
up,
hanging with
Jordan?
you on Saturday as well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That was our second Iowa show now. And we're gonna have to make it a habit for sure, because that place, just like Dayton, keeps getting better and better every show. And I love it.
Yep.
I tell you what, our next mental plan for a trip's got to be Texas, though.
Yeah.
Katie Sunshine was absolutely adamant about us coming to Texas. I have family and friends in Texas, so I mean, it just makes sense.
We must
Also,
have-
I just want to say shout out to Katie Sunshine. We met her for the first time on Saturday. She actually showed up and surprised everybody. She didn't tell anybody she was coming.
Nope.
So that was pretty cool. And just an absolutely wonderful person she is. I definitely see, because I remember when I was watching the Texas show when everybody signed the card for her and everything like that. I wasn't really aware of who she was. And when she showed up and I was able to meet her, I'm like, oh, I get it now. She's just an unbelievable human being.
Same. The first I ever heard of Katie Sunshine was staying with Sam Stackhouse, and we came home from a show, and Katie had bought Sam's wife a purse, like a really nice purse, and Sam's wife was just elated. And I was just hearing these stories of Katie Sunshine. Eventually met her at a Texas show, and every time I see her, she tells me how beautiful I am and how wonderful my work is, and she literally is a ray of sunshine. She's the most wonderful person on earth.
She told us that she tuned in after hearing about us talking about her, and she couldn't get over how cute we were. And I was like, stop.
She kept calling me handsome.
yeah. Amazing, dude.
She gave us Starbucks gift cards. That was super cool.
Yep. I got a Smoothie King one, so I'm I'm a smoothie boy, so that really, really warmed my heart.
Hell yeah, dude.
I had coffee the next morning. Was like, thank you, Katie.
Yeah, Katie's the best. What a legend. We might have to have her on for an episode one time.
I
Little
was
Katie,
just about to say
have her
that.
Yeah.
pop in here and there.
Yeah.
That'd be
That
great.
would be a lot of fun. Yeah, she was. That was just one of the many things that made this weekend so special for me. Like it was one thing after another, and I wasn't even expecting that. So that was just like another nice surprise.
Yes.
But man, just being a part. I have to say this: being a part of the Revolver family, however what kind of part that is, means so freaking much to me. And I was actually talking to Katie, about it, and just it's such an awesome community. And I have never, in the past 10 years, I haven't felt something this close with such an awesome group of people. I don't think.
Yeah, dude. You guys are fully accepted back there now. It's like not even a question. No one questions who you guys are. I'm constantly smartening people up. We actually got 2 awesome guests lined up. Fucking Cephas and I, right when you guys got there, we went right to the fucking green room and were being immediately serenaded by Rich Swan. I mean,
Yeah.
it's you guys are part of the crew now, man.
Yeah, one thing led to another, man, and I'm gonna get Rich Swan into the studio. So Rich Swan,
Yeah.
when August 24th happens, a couple days before that, he's gonna be in town. So he's gonna come hit the studio up, and we're gonna put some. I'm gonna be what's the word I'm looking for? Consequential to putting out some Richie Swan music. How
Yeah.
neat? You know what I mean?
Bro,
That's
and you bet your fucking tart ass that I will be there filming every second of it.
That's what I told Eric. I was like, "Hey, man, you know how we need to be off for the 24th? I think you need to just go ahead and be off the 22nd and 23rd too." And he's like, "What the fuck do you mean?" I was like, "Well, I think we might need to be in the studio for 3 days."
Oh yeah,
Yep.
we'll be there.
Studio time with Richie Swan. I mean, got to make that happen.
That's content too
I'm
that they could
excited.
use for the Patreon or something. You know what I mean, or some shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
See?
yeah.
But
That
yeah,
is funny because a TussleMania Patreon is coming soon, boys. Breaking news.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yes.
it's a neat feeling. Like I think a part of the reason why we're accepted there is because we show respect to the area too. Like while we were in the green room for a minute, once everybody started to file in, we dissipated. We got the hell out of there. We show our respect, and
Yep.
we get respect back, and it's pretty damn neat. I finally got to approach Alex Shelley and tell him like, "Look, dude, I know you don't eat cat shit, but we really like it." He was so
Yeah.
great. He was
There's
gracious.
plenty of space back
Thanks.
there where you guys can float around freely and not be in people's ways. But I will tell you, there are plenty of people that aren't necessarily not supposed to be back there and not necessarily not supposed to be back there. And a lot of times, like you said, man, they don't get the picture when that room is all filled with workers and people are changing and discussing their matches and stuff. Like, yeah, fucking beat it. If you're not there for a purpose,
Yeah,
scram.
don't just hang out.
Right.
Yeah, we
Glad
were
you guys
also
are aware
there.
of that. Nice.
We were also there 4 hours early, so when we were there,
Yeah.
Exactly.
there was no changing going on.
But
Exactly.
that's one of my favorite parts, though, with coming to shows early and being there afterwards is like, okay, like our boy Tyler Russell says right here, sitting outside after the show and just listening to Richie Swan play guitar and sing. Like that was after such an adrenaline-filled show, that was the perfect, like, this is
Palate
fucking
cleanser?
awesome. Yeah, exactly. It was
Somebody
just,
can act, sing, play guitar. He's athletic. He's handsome. What the fuck? You know what I mean? What else does this sumbitch have that we don't know about?
Yeah. He's one of the most talented people I know for real, dude. He really is.
It surprised me, man. I had seen him playing a little bit of guitar on his social media, but that was like you said, we kind of just got serenaded there for a little while.
Bro, all day. All
Yeah.
day I was serenaded. And I told him flat out, I was like, bro, you know how good this is for my anxiety? Just constantly, because whenever I'm at those shows, I tend to stick to a certain pack of people, and that pack of people, definitely Richie Swan is one of them. So spending time with him, with the bonus of the music the whole time, was just like he didn't stop. It didn't stop literally the whole time he was there. He was pretty much playing the guitar the whole damn time. So that was very, very great for my anxiety. Very soothing. Thank you, Richie.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get him recorded, man. We'll be able to put his music out there so people can know that he's legit a damn good musician.
Fuck yeah. Hey, maybe he can help us write a new theme song, dWo theme song. We can have multiple now, bro. One from all of our artist friends.
We do need a special Revolver Rewind song.
We do.
That'd be some shit.
That'd be pretty cool. Sung by Richie Swan. Let's go.
Yeah. Played and sang by Richie Swan. Come on.
And that's the cool thing. The studio we're going to, he could just go in there with the acoustic, and it would sound like he planned everything. You know what I mean? Like that's the beauty of the studio.
Yeah,
it's very exciting.
Well, boys, I want to get into this show because I've been going over it. Our boy Tyler Russell's been posting all kinds of clips. Obviously, we've been seeing Revolver posting your clips, Tuss. And I keep watching all these, and I'm like, oh yeah, that happened. Like, because it was just one thing after another, and it culminated in Cage of Horrors, which we'll get to that. Unless you guys want to talk about it first, I don't care. But just holy shit, man! Like that's the whole show. I'm just holy shitting over everything.
Yeah, the build up to that final main event was really, really well done. The match order, the pacing, as usual, very, very finely done. And to culminate with the Cage of Horrors. And I do kind of like the little tiny intermission that you get right before Cage of Horrors. Almost builds a little bit to that, like, you know, you're sitting there in anticipation of it and watching the cage being built and watching all the fuckery be dragged out. It's a very cool moment to let that sink in, as opposed to just here's one match and then boom, we're going straight into it. It lets the moment, the magnitude of the moment sink in even more.
Yeah. We actually got to help build that cage. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You got a little cool for us because we got to be on the crew.
Hell yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
They asked us if we wanted to. Like, the way he asked us, it was almost begrudgingly, like he expected us to say no. Like, fuck yeah, we'll help with the fucking cage. Dude, let's do it, dude.
Yeah.
I'll help you pick up chairs afterwards, man. I'm just glad to be here.
It's cool, man, because like when someone gets thrown through a certain part of the cage, you can be like, hell yeah, I fucking attached that piece.
Yeah, I was there. I securely attached that so that it did not fall over.
Like, look at that, holding steady.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing, boys. Being involved top to bottom.
Yeah, it's so much fun, man. And you know what? Revolver remains undefeated in opening matchups. What they use to open the shows, Sammy gets it. He knows what match is going to get people going. And we started with the big meaty men slapping meat.
Yeah, started hot, baby.
God,
started hot.
Damn it! And also, I mean, I'm so happy that our boy Crash Jackson is back. But that pop in Iowa, dude. Like, I thought, you know, Dayton was loud as shit. But man, Crash coming back in Iowa, especially when that's where he went out, you know, that place was rocking, dude.
Yeah. It was very cool to see that.
What's that? Cephas, what'd you say?
Coach Stan was also 1,000 people.
Yeah, dude, that crowd. Holy shit, man.
Yeah. And that says a lot about Crash and what he's accomplished as well, because Dayton is his hometown. So yeah, of course he's going to be beloved there, but to get that reaction out of Iowa is very cool. Crash is a fan favorite for sure, man.
Yeah, we loud over here, dude. That place was rocking all night long. I mean, I mean, obviously we're used to Dayton. It kind of feels like everybody's on top of each other. So it's a different energy. Like Iowa's a little more open, but it's just as, I mean, there's so much energy in the crowd. I mean, the chants that were going all night, it was unreal. And we'll get to the chants because there were some pretty fucking epic chants during this show.
some unfucking believable chants. Like,
Yes.
as I'm chanting it, like, are we
So-
really screaming this?
Yeah.
I was
Sometimes
laughing
I
to
wonder
tears.
about the source, where those chants are coming from and whose brain those are coming from, and it's just like one homie whispering to the other homie like, "Should I say this? Fuck it, let's go for it." And then it
Yeah.
just spreads, man. I love that. And Revolver always every show there's like a new chant that you haven't heard at any other show before that we will
Yes.
debut. Where the fuck have you ever heard a butt chug chant, huh?
Yeah. Where the fuck have you ever seen someone butt chug and then 1,000 people cheer? I've never seen that.
Shot of Fireball.
Yeah. How about the put it in your ass? Put it in your ass. Like,
I love that came back in other moments too that had nothing to do with that.
yes.
Killer
Oh
Kelly
my
down
God.
in front of us going, no.
Yeah. Put it in your ass. Dude, I got a clip of that. I got to show you, Tuss. I'm gonna post it on the Instagram here soon. Of Kelly, you can just see her going. Put it in her.
Yeah,
Like,
he would
it's
chant.
so good.
Stop and look at Macklin like, oh, I'm not supposed to chant. Oh, but put it in her ass.
It's so good.
Macklin is like, dude, something is happening with Macklin, bro. He's turning into like, bruh, he's turning into like this mythical creature or something, bro. He is. There's nothing that he can't do, and I love that he's leading more into this a lighter side of Macklin, I guess you could say. But it's amazing, and the reaction he gets, it's fantastic. And I'll tell you one thing, those shots were not gimmicked, boy. Those
No.
shots were the real deal. But anyways, we'll get to that in the later matches. Sorry, we're still
Absolutely,
on the
we will.
fucking first match.
Big meaty men
Absolutely.
slapping meat.
That's right.
Big meaty men. Back to the big meaty men.
Big dude. These guys, just like we thought they would, beat the ever living shit out of each other. And dude, I mean, to start the match off, pop up power bomb. God.
I don't think anyone's ever kicked out of a pop-up power bomb. So that was very wild to see. And
Right.
obviously first move of the match, adrenaline's still pumping, so Jake got the kick out, but if that would have happened at any other point in that match, that would have been the end of it.
Yeah.
But then Jake turned around with one of the most insane power bombs I've ever seen.
Bruh.
He lifted Crash Jackson, who is a comfortable 300 pounds. I don't know his exact weight. He's a comfy 300, a fucking solid fucking man.
Oh,
yeah.
He lifted him like a fucking lofty piece of paper. Like he
Dude,
threw,
it was crazy. Yep.
I was so amazed. We got such a cool clip. I had to post it immediately. Like we're definitely Crash Jackson fans, and we're a bit biased towards him. But holy fuck, respect had to be given to Jake something. And
yeah.
To be fair, side note, he gave us respect, which really fucking like, you know, I love making signs, Tussle. I love making signs. I love going out of my way. At the end of the show, when everybody was going away and wrapping up, he came up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, you're the one that made them signs, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "There was a special sign in there, wasn't there?" And I was like, "There was something." And I pulled out the something sign, and he was like, "Thank you, man. I appreciate that." And I was just like, "Oh,
wow.
You're welcome, Jake. Something,
big sweetie."
Yeah, yep. I've told you guys in the past that he's a big fucking teddy bear and an absolute sweetheart. So I'm glad you guys got to see it firsthand.
Yeah, he definitely told us, because he is definitely down to do the show, but we have to go through TNA. I'll tell you what, this much, I'm going to start hounding Ross. Ross, is it Foreman?
Yep.
Yeah, yes. Ross Foreman, we're coming for you, bro. You're going to get like 37 emails.
Hey, man, like, Ross is fucking awesome, man. When I was invited to TNA the couple times, the first loop that I did with them, I didn't even bother to ask to shoot the show itself. I was doing backstage stuff. By the second loop, I was a little more comfortable and just threw out the idea of being able to shoot the show. Ross was all about it, brought us to a certain area where we could shoot. And then later he saw me kind of wandering around on the floor and he was like, "Dude, you can basically shoot wherever you want." He was very accommodating, very cool, nothing but good times with him. Very much looking forward to working with him again. So yeah, I stay on him, man. Stay on him. The more bonds we can get, the better.
once
It's
he
funny
knows
you-
you're cool, like
Yeah.
you're in, but it's just kind of
Yes.
getting through because I'm sure he gets a shit ton of correspondence.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yes.
what Macklin said because we tried to hit Macklin for an interview too, and he was like, I told him the same thing about Ross, and he's exactly what Mike said. He was like, you just gotta he once he knows that you're legit, he'll let you in. You just gotta make sure he knows.
Right.
Like, dude, we're about as legit of a fucking wrestling pod. We're on 2 days a week, solid fucking people, solid interviews, and when it's not, it's solid wrestling coverage. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
we're about as solid as you can fucking get of a podcast. We're almost 2 years
Yeah.
old.
Absolutely, man.
Aw.
Absolutely.
What's that in podcast years?
That's pretty fucking old for a podcast.
In podcast years.
Yeah.
I think that's about 37, 38 in podcast years, if I'm doing the math correct.
Yeah, see?
It feels longer than 2 years. It feels like 2 years that we've all been together.
We haven't even been a year together as a solid Wolfpack yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's August.
Oh, one thing I didn't mention about Iowa, man, was like just the people. I mean, working the merch table and just how many people coming up. One, remembered us from last time, and then two, who didn't know us, who were just coming up and checking us out. Man, everybody was super friendly, and more people than expected. I honestly bought some T-shirts and hats, and which was very much appreciated. And it was a really cool experience on that end too, man. Like, DWO's got some fans in Iowa, man. It's a good feeling.
It was neat, man, for real.
Yes, I've actually, sorry, I don't know if I cut off right there.
You good?
But
Just for
I've
some-
actually heard from several people asking me about DWO in Iowa, so that's always very cool to see. Oh, is my camera off, guys?
No, you're good, bud. It just went off now. No.
Just-
There you go. You're good.
Okay. Well, I just speaking to that point, I just sent you some photos that were sent to me from a fan who sits in the audience. Shoots from the audience. I mean, his name is Seven Studios, and he puts out some phenomenal work. And
he
he actually reached out to me before the show asking if they're even allowed to bring cameras. And I told him, yeah, man, go ahead. And he actually got some really fucking cool shots of me and sent them to me. And I think that's really cool, man, that we have built that like fan base where people are sending us photos of us, man. That's pretty damn cool, man.
Look at that
There you
guy.
go.
Camera guy.
And
Camera
at that
guy.
moment, that was that was me being told to make a little walkout and
Look at him.
got a little pop out there, boys.
I love it. Also,
Wherever-
I pulled up a couple other ones here. We were talking about Katie Sunshine earlier. We did, in fact, take a
Yes.
picture with her.
Oh my God,
Oh,
I
yeah, I
love
hadn't seen
that.
that yet.
I'm sad that I didn't take
Great.
a photo with her. Damn it.
But we also got our boy Tyler Wrestles in Tussle.
Dude, I love that photo, man. Look at the back.
It's so
Yo,
good.
so I posted that photo, and Gringo Loco sent me a reply to the story, and he was like, "Yeah, but look how great the lighting looks in the back." I was like, "Yeah, you're right," because all that lighting, in case anyone doesn't know, all that lighting is all Gringo Loco. He sets all
Yup.
that stuff up. We have a laser guy. The guy, a separate guy, does the lasers. But as far as the walkout, the smoke, all of that stuff, that's all Gringo Loco, man. Gringo and his girl Amber. Shout out to Amber too. She's a chick.
Yeah, she's the shit, dude. Like every time I get a chance to talk with her, I mean Gringo too, but she's just always been so nice, and I can't say enough good things about him for sure.
She's awesome. She's awesome.
Also, what up, Raymond?
Branches.
And you right, Tyler. That is a good looking crew, best looking crew there is.
Yeah.
But I pulled up a couple clips, which I guess we can save those till we talk about the frat house match. I took some clips of the epic chants that were had during that match.
And I apologize, I wasn't able to upload any clips. I'm actually still on the fucking road, boys.
Oh, you're good, man.
After Iowa, I ended up driving back to Cincinnati with the homie Justin. And then I had to catch a flight out of, or I ended up driving back to Dayton to catch a flight out of Cincinnati the next day. Made it home. Made it home just in time to be with my girlfriend who had to do her, she had to do her final nursing exam. Passed it, thankfully. And now we're driving home and gonna do a little celebrating later. That's
Oh, yeah.
when we were hanging out with Lindsay Dorado too. Here's a little cameo. Ready?
Hi.
What up?
Hey.
Hi.
Oh, also, Tuss, we gotta talk about this one that needs to be hung in a fucking museum. Look at that guy.
Which one? Oh my god, yo!
I love it.
I love you guys being ringside because like being able to interact with you and moments like that, and like I gave you guys my camera and I can't wait to show you guys. You guys got some killer fucking photos, which is so damn cool. That like, and again, that's like really cool, like Patreon material or whatever. Like that's some cool behind the scenes shit. Like my camera as a backup camera is just sitting there. So why not have you guys snap and stuff?
Yeah.
The dad cam.
I would look over at you guys sometimes and I'd see you guys fucking being all excited taking shots, and I'm like, man, that's really cool, man. So the fact that you guys got that, I absolutely love it. It's very cool. It enhances my experience. You guys being ringside there with me. You guys are fucking with me right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
No, go ahead.
What's that?
I was just gonna say I purposely stay mostly on that side of the ring so I can interact with you guys more.
Yeah. Oh, I love it, man. I definitely pretended like I knew what the fuck I was doing with your camera. I was trying to like zoom in and focus and shit, and I was just like, oh, they're about to hit a move.
Bro, I gave you guys a fucking crash course, bro. Sorry, someone keeps trying to call me. I'll tell you what. You know, even that little crash course, the majority of the photos were in focus, and that's, you know, more than you can ask for fucking 90% of photos, bro. If it's in focus, we can make something out of it, baby.
Especially if we get at least one good shot. Good enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we did it.
Yes.
I'll tell you what killed me though was during Cage of Horrors, the scaffold pretty much took away all our light. So getting photos with that scaffold up was a little difficult.
It was everybody's
Right.
though. You see everybody's footage from that match, and it all looks dark. So
Yeah,
it was cool in person though.
Yeah. It definitely added to the atmosphere and the moodiness. So yeah, I like that. I definitely like that.
That was awesome.
But yeah, anyways, before we get too far, because we're already a half hour in, we got to conclude the first match. That first match, something picked up the win, which kind of surprised me. I thought Crash would kind of, come out swinging, but at the same time, that just intrigues me because that means we need a match 2 and a match 3.
I was actually gonna say I would not mind seeing that be like a best of 7 series. Let's fucking let's run it everywhere. Let's run it everywhere twice. We'll fucking twice in Dayton, twice in Texas, twice in Iowa. Fuck it, let's go.
Till Arby's picks it up, damn it.
Yeah. Let's keep that momentum going. Great match. Yeah, Jake picks up the win. But I talked to Crash earlier in the day because I was curious about how far along he had been match-wise. This was his first singles match since coming back from his injury. He had a tag match and he had a scramble match. So for this to be his first singles match, to be kind of thrown to the wolves, that's not an easy task to ask. Your first singles match back, you're going to be thrown to Jake something. So
Jesus, yeah.
Jake something to lead though, man.
Our boy Tyler Rez was trying to convince. Man, you trying to convince everybody to get sponsored. Steve Macklin gets sponsored by Casey's, eating pizza off the freaking floor.
So awesome.
That's such a great clip.
It is.
Macklin is.
This is too much. Absolutely not.
He's more fucked up. We don't have footage of it, but that piece of pizza that he took a bite of, he threw to my feet, and then I picked up and I held up afterwards, and I was like, "Hey, I could probably get Steve Macklin to sign this for you if anybody wants this pizza." And the dude was like, "I want to eat it," and some fucking dude.
Wow.
And a half hour later, after Macklin and beer and everything had been on that pizza, he's like, "I'll eat it." I was like, "No, you fucking won't." He took it and he ate that son of a bitch slow as fuck.
Oh, no.
Oh, disgusting.
Guy. He's probably still got a tummy ache. I'm gonna text Macklin and see if he's got a tummy ache.
Oh, dude, we had Taco John's afterwards.
So you guys had tummy aches too, huh?
What did we do?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't even remember what we ate. We ate something. We ate food.
I was stabbing.
Dude, the amount of Casey's pizza we ate
Yeah, it was
this
ridiculous.
weekend. That's like the only sustenance we had.
Always, bro. Always.
To be fair,
Always
that
with the
breakfast
Casey's.
pizza is so lapping.
Yeah,
It
Iowa
is.
goes
It's so
hard with the
good.
Casey's. You know, I'm glad they at least have something there, though. Like, if it was like a 7-Eleven or anything like that, and we were only had like glizzies and shit,
Yeah,
nobody would be having a good time with that.
been a little rough.
Yeah, a little rough, little rough.
No
Oh,
glizzy.
man.
How much more we have on this one, baby?
Roller
27?
dogs? Some
Yeah. So
pizza?
what was the second match? Actually, was a match very close to my heart. Very, very close to my heart.
Yeah, this
Marina and Fulton.
this
What a
match was
great
so
match.
good, dude.
Yep.
So
I
good.
dubbed that match Monster versus Monster, and it absolutely was.
Yeah, Marina she might be the best MMA crossover artist. Period. I mean there's a lot of them out there. Your Brock Lesnar's and your Ken Shamrocks. There's something special about her, man. She's just different. I think it's a chick.
Yeah, there's a level of intensity that she brings that is really unmatched, and you will not catch her smiling. It's so cool when she's in the ring, unless it's like an evil, menacing smile. She does not break that fighter mode, and that's exactly like what a cage fighter does. A cage fighter gets in there, and it's all business, and that's Marina. She's all business.
Yep.
It was
She's
so
all-
weird seeing her get dropped off before the show, and she got out of the car. We just happened to be there, and she like cracked the joke, and it was
Yeah.
so like almost bizarre to see her be anything but completely Van Damme.
Yeah,
It
Yeah.
fucked me up because I was wearing that purple Danhausen shirt, and I love purple. So she came up with purple fucking what do you call it, jogging pants on, and I was like, "Oh, those fucking pants are dope." And she was like, "You can buy them after the show if you want." And I was like, "I don't want to buy your pants, Marina."
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Damn, what a worker. That's awesome.
I know, right? Immediately, dude. Like without it, she's like, "You can buy my pants."
Yeah,
Like,
amazing.
I actually do have. I got one of our clips from that Marina and Fulton.
So
red
cool.
Power Ranger looking ass.
It is just
Those,
so amazing, like, to any outsider who doesn't know anything about Marina Shafir, would look at this on paper and be like, oh my God, like, why would, she doesn't stand a chance in hell,
Right.
but it's how, like, fluid and just, like, believable all of it was just
Yeah.
so captivating.
I mean, absolutely. And like you said, it does lend to the fact that, yes, if you don't know her history or whatever she's accomplished in Revolver and cage fighting, whatever, that is one thing. But also the people that are knowledgeable, which damn near everyone in that Iowa audience is very, very knowledgeable about the product. Everyone there knew that she's fresh off of tapping out Speedball. So credibility, I mean, that's all the credibility you need right there. Like, if anyone questions that, come on. So for it to be not believable that she can't beat someone like Fulton, like, anything's possible, bro. Anything's possible.
Right.
And I like that Revolver gives people that outlet as well. Like, there's a reason why there's not a women's championship, because women are eligible to win the championship at Revolver.
She needs to be
I really
champion
like that.
within the next year, I think.
Hey, I mean, that's not out of the realm of possibility. She's currently undefeated in Revolver. I don't think there's many people that are undefeated in Revolver. I mean,
her versus Ace.
Nina versus Ace Austin.
buddy.
Some cool stuff, man. Some cool
Yeah,
stuff.
actually here I got another one. This actually ended up being the end of the match. I didn't record all the way through, but just the thing I love about this is her fucking creativity, dude. Like, she's so good that she's like, "Oh, you got that? I'm gonna use that against you somehow." Like,
Yeah, dude.
oh, you have a giant thing of dreadlocks? I'm gonna wrap it around your fucking head and suffocate you. Like, genius.
Yeah,
That's a booby submission.
it's
Yeah.
genius. Yep.
Mother's milk.
And using it for the judo throws,
Yes.
and the submission. Very, very cool
Oh,
stuff, man. Yes,
yeah.
she's very quick to recognize weaknesses in her opponent, and long hair. I mean, that's something that's going to give you an extra grip, and judo all about grips. So she's going to take advantage of that. That's her fight IQ coming into play.
Yep. I will have to say this though: majority of that crowd is hip to her, except for the fucking Ronda guy behind us. Yeah, there's a guy behind us that kept, "You're not Ronda Rousey." I was like, "Dude, shut up! Like,
She's
just
better.
stop
Bruh.
talking."
She's what Ronda
Yeah.
wanted to be.
Yeah, like there. I don't know if that was the same fan that was giving Richie Swann a hard time, but like,
Yep.
Yes, it was. Yep.
Guys, some of you guys gotta chill, and we're all out here to have fun, but when it gets offensive or
Yeah.
just demeaning, it like why? And guys, all that does for anyone who's listening who might be that person, all that does is it shows how sad and miserable you are in your own life, bro.
Yes.
Because if you're willing to go out in public and demean someone, I'm not even gonna repeat the stuff that he said to some of the people because it's just
Oh yeah.
awful. But like, dude, that just shows how sad you are in your life, bro.
Yep.
So come on, man. Let's grow. We're all here to have fun, but there's a line, guys.
Yep. I 100% agree with you. Yeah, when he started on Richie Swann, I was like, dude, especially the thing that he said to it wasn't even like, "Oh, you're a heel, fuck you." It was like some personal shit, and it was like, dude,
Immediately,
come on,
too, right off the rip.
yeah, like fuck off.
Yeah.
We're also kind of fucking partial to Rich Swann at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, he's a fucking bullshit heel himself, you know.
He's like the songbird of our generation.
He's back. No, we were just saying.
There we go.
I don't know if you heard us, Tuss. But we were just saying it was lame because the dude like got like really personal, like right off, like with all of his like yelling and stuff, and it was like, dude, just fuck off.
Yes, and it's just right. It's so unnecessary, man. It's so unnecessary, and it you're not endearing yourself to anyone there. Like no one in the crowd is rallying around you, going, "Hell yeah, bro!" It's stupid, man. And here's the other thing, like these performers are there and they're paid to be performing. And if you say something stupid to them and throw them off, and now all of a sudden, you know, they're thinking about something and they happen to mess up, you throw them off course, man. Like, don't be that guy, man. Like, words can be very powerful, and these are public figures. And, bro, I bet if we knew some dirt about that fucking dude, like, he's probably, come on, guys, like, let's just shape up a little bit. I hate to see that shit. And I was very close to saying something, but I just don't, you know, I don't want to get involved, and it's not my place as a fucking ringside filmer or whatever.
Right.
But be better, guys. Be better.
Yeah. It's not like 99% of that crowd is awesome, and then you just get that one guy that's like, man, just go away.
Absolutely, you're totally right there. But that's what sucks is that'll sour a lot of people around there. That's not fun, man.
Yep.
It didn't ruin the night, but it definitely didn't go unnoticed. But you know the wrestling community's like that, man. There's always a few of those turds out there to try and spoil the punch bowl.
There's a couple.
He's the guy that fucking troll comments and tries to, you know, on like online and shit like that. That's that guy.
John Moxley really falling off the wagon.
Exactly. Those are the dudes with 4 followers that make a stink online and think they're important. And it's like, guys, let's enjoy wrestling and just enjoy it. Like, why
enjoy wrestling?
Why participate? Yeah, I don't understand why you would participate in something that brings you anger or negativity. If it bothers you, don't watch.
Yeah, like it was one of those things where like everything he was saying, I'm like, dude, do you even want to be here? Like it seems like you hate this. It seems like you hate everybody here. Why did you pay money to get in the fucking building? Like that's how sad you are.
Right.
I should have given him a hug.
To be honest, like to be honest, someone like that, he was saying enough awful stuff that if I would have gone to the back and told Sammy, they would have just kicked him out.
Right.
So be aware that that's always
Yeah.
an option as well. If you're going to be a shithead, then we'll just get you out of there, man.
And that's the thing too. Like, you can say really fucked up shit once or twice. You know what I mean? Like we give Alex Shelley cat shit all the time. That's pretty fucking vulgar for some people. You know what I mean? But he literally was the whole fucking match long. It's like constant.
Yeah, exactly. Tyler said it right here. Why pay to hate? I don't.
Yes. Exactly.
God, so miserable.
Doesn't make any sense.
Anyway, let's get back to this freaking card because honestly, that was such a small part of the night. Fuck that guy. Because this next match, which included Richie Swann, was fucking awesome.
Speaking of quick interjection, speaking of fuck that guy, next time let's just start a fuck that guy chant.
I like it.
Oh, you got it.
There we go.
We can do that.
Problem solved.
Well, fuck this guy.
Yeah. This guy. So this was actually a match we were supposed to get in Dayton, and we got it in Iowa with the Crew, Matthew Palmer and Richie Swann, with some cat shit and Alex Shelley on ringside, against Ace Austin and Jake Christ. Jake fucking Christ, baby.
Jake fucking Christ.
Dude. Also, I just have to give a shout out to our boy Bobby. I love that dude so fucking much. I love everything he does ringside. He's amazing, hitting the fucking dusty elbows. Like, dude's the man.
He's the best. That was Bobby's triumphant return as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Just throwing this out there. I just got a message from a buddy of mine. He owns an entertainment company. They do karaoke and a bunch of
left
shit.
on Jefferson Street.
He told me to tell you that
Turn
if
left on
Revolver
Lincoln
ever needs a bubble truck for any reason at all, he's got you for free.
What the hell's a bubble truck?
They produce like an obscene amount of bubbles.
Oh man, we might need to have a bubble match then.
Dude,
Bro,
it's happening.
I'm just saying, tell Sammy there is a full bubble truck available for Dayton if he wants to have a bubbles match.
You know what would be great is if he does that in one of the Fight Club matches. Just obscene amount of bubbles in the middle of a super serious fucking throwdown.
I love that. It's like Riddle versus Speedball or something, and just bubbles start floating in.
Atticus Kogar fucking skewering somebody and just bubbles start drifting into the arena.
We're all at ringside with
I wouldn't be mad at it. I would not be mad at it. Especially if it's like they like just slowly start creeping in and everyone's
like, where the fuck are these bubbles coming from?
Where these bubbles coming from, bro? Amazing. Well, all people that are listening, everyone listening will be smartened up though, so they'll know what's up. But
they'll know what's up. That's right.
It's a great idea. It's a great idea.
This match was fucking awesome though. These four guys, and you know, a guy that I cannot say enough good things about because of the little things that he does is Matthew Palmer. Like there was a sequence in this match where I think he had Jake Christ up on his like ready to give him a razor's edge, and Rich kept telling him to like go down on one knee. All right, now get up. And like he did it like 3 or 4 times. He's like, I'm fucking putting him down. He just throws him.
Yes, but the timing of that was amazing because when he threw him, Richie Swann was just ready for that cutter, baby.
Right there.
Yo, Richie Swann never ceases to amaze me in the ring with his crazy athleticism, his creativity. It's just amazing. And the combination of him and Palmer is just, man, what an awesome tag team. Maybe my favorite tag team in Revolver right now, Palmer and Swanee.
I was gonna say though, I mean, Chris and Ace together had some really dynamic like tag team moves. And like,
and
these guys tagged together before.
I mean,
I'm sure they have on occasion.
They must have along the way, just simply coming up. Right, simply being Ohio boys, they must have along the way somewhere. But I know they train together a lot and things like that. So yeah, that chemistry is built in. And I also have a feeling that both of them, Jake and Ace, are so talented that they can, adapt to whoever. We know Ace is very adept at tag team stuff with him and Bay and ABC. So yeah, it's a natural fit, man. That was an amazing match, and so so fast. That match just seemed like
Yes.
very cool stuff. Just boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
Back to back to back to back to back. And I loved it, man. I loved it.
What about Palmer's freak accident? Did you see his photo?
Yes. He was in the back trying to figure out where the hell it came from. It looked like he was attacked by a demon.
Yeah.
And funny enough, next to that mark on his hand was like another giant cut. And I was like, damn, how did that happen? And he was like, oh, that was my cat last night.
I keep hoping he'll bring his wife, but nope.
I got to talk with him after the show a little bit. What a fun guy. We were literally talking about that they named their cat after one of my favorite characters in a novel like ever.
Oh, yeah.
Artemis and Trary. Shout out to you. So I thought that was pretty cool. But I actually have a clip from that match. This was probably one of my favorite spots of the entire night and just shows how athletic these freaking guys are. Dude.
So cool. So cool. Jake is something else, man. He can do some cool shit.
Yeah. All four of those guys are just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Of course, Shit Eater Alex Shelley had to come out and hit some shenanigans, which allowed the crew to get the win on that. But you know what? I could see that very much. Like we said, Revolver's great with storytelling. This isn't over yet. You know,
no,
shit's gonna compile.
Yeah,
and I can't wait to see what happens next in this.
The bad guys got the win this time, but we'll see what happens in the next phase. And speaking of Palmer, I was at a store yesterday and happened to come across one of these boys.
Hey, there you go.
A little classic Ember Moon action.
There you go.
And anytime I see my friends on the shelf, I'm not necessarily super close with Athena, but you know, we've stayed at her house plenty of times, and
right.
Fucking Palmer's my brother, so
yeah, absolutely.
Anytime I see something like that on the shelves, I usually, you know, send a quick text, you know, shoot out a little, yo, just thinking about you. And I have this rule: anytime I see friends, I will always buy them, no matter where I'm at. I'll pick it up. Found a Killer Cross and a Priscilla Kelly also, but I shot a quick text to Palmer, and I just wrote, "Hey bud, will you sign this for me?" And within 45 seconds, he texted back, "Yes, I will." So I look forward to the next Texas show. I will be bringing this with me and at their household, and I'm hoping I'm gonna wait for a moment where they're both together, and I'm gonna bust this out, and I'm gonna walk it to Palmer and say, "Palmer, you sign this for me, buddy?"
Athena's husband.
Sign Athena's husband.
That's what we'll ask him. That's yes. I'll be like, "Can you sign this, Athena?" That's amazing. Yeah. Palmer is just one of the true gems in the Revolver family, and I cherish my time with him. Anytime I have with Palmer, I thoroughly enjoy it.
Absolutely.
I think technically Cardano did it on a Chelsea Green figurine.
Nice,
but
that's funny. That's great. They're the same. I mean, yeah, I love that idea. I'm gonna get some Killer Cross figures signed by Scarlett, and vice versa. I'm gonna get some Scarlett figures signed by Killer Cross. my Zach Wentz figure will be signed by Priscilla Kelly. Priscilla Kelly signed by Zach. I mean,
absolutely.
His or her better half, and then
exactly.
So
one funny thing was when I did find the Killer Cross figure, it was in a really obscure. It was like a random Iowa Walmart, and I texted him and I said, "Look what I found." I said, "I found you in Iowa," and he texted back, "That is very much like me creeping in the darkest, dirtiest corners of Iowa." And I was like, "Hell yeah, Cross, you're the man. You're the man." It just warms my heart that I can like send silly shit to people like that.
Yeah.
And them actually respond, man. It's very meaningful, man.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate that shit.
Speaking of fucking cool dudes, which we got to meet these guys for the first, at least it was for me, it was the first time. Good lucha things. Lince Dorado and Samurai del Sol
Yes, sir.
versus
No.
Bang and Matthews. What a
So
fun
Yeah.
match.
I've been waiting to talk about this whole time. I specifically do not look up what people look like underneath their mask. I generally only know what Rey Mysterio looks like. Right?
yeah.
So,
Jamie we already
Oh,
fished off.
dude,
So-
that's crazy. Yes,
so
I didn't even realize this.
exactly. So when Lindsay came in originally and was just hanging out and bullshit, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I was just like, oh, that's a cool dude. And it took me a minute to realize, wait a minute, he's wearing cat themed pants and shirt here. Oh, okay. I know who that is now.
Dude, I love that. I didn't even piece that together at all, bro. And I absolutely love that because we're just sitting there shooting the shit. And yeah, bro, that's so funny to me. And that's really funny because we kind of just did that because I literally just left Lindsay's house. And my girlfriend just met him for the first time. And she's a wrestling fan. She knows who the fuck Lindsay Dorado is. But Lindsay has been a masked wrestler his whole entire career. There's
Right.
literally a handful of people that have seen him without his mask. He doesn't post photos, social media, stuff like that. When he does Twitch, he wears his mask. I mean, the guy guards it like he should. So
Yeah.
the first thing I said when we got in the house, I was like, this is Lindsay, that's my brother, blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, oh shit, you're fucking seeing him unmasked. And he was like, ah. So it's very cool, like, the homie's actually getting to see him,
It was cool.
you know,
Yeah.
the real fucking Lindsay. She just goes, yeah, that was pretty cool.
It was cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a super nice guy. Super
Same
nice
with-
guy.
man.
Same with,
Super nice.
I don't want to use his fucking shoot name, but he introduced himself as that. But same with
Samurai.
Manny.
Samurai del Sol. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
I don't want to shoot his name out, but you know, it was just like, oh, these guys are fucking like people I fucking idolize, and I didn't even realize.
Uh-huh.
It, you know what I mean?
And Manny, Samurai del Sol very commonly goes by Manny. He even works sometimes as Manny. So that one's not
Okay.
much of a secret. We won't
Okay.
reveal Lindsay's name. And I am very close with Lindsay. He even just got done telling us that he's
Aw.
literally had like maybe 5 or 6 people over at his house. He does not allow people over at his house. So like that's a very precious thing to me. So I'm
Right.
very, very close to Lindsay. I never call him his shoot name. He's always been Lindsay to me.
Right.
Well, that's like I don't give like you know like with Chambers at this point. He's introduced himself as his real name to several
Yeah.
of our people, and it's like,
Yeah.
no, I don't give a fuck.
Your
dog.
your chambers.
Yeah,
You can
but-
go to WWE under a different
Yeah,
name,
yeah.
win the
To
championship.
me,
Your
to
Chambers.
me, when I'm like extra like I don't know, when I'm in like a certain situation with him, I do like to call him Rocco because it's like a little more intimate and a little more personal. So like to me, when we're leaving a show and whatever, I'm gonna be like, yo, love you, Rocco, instead of yo, love you, Damien. It's just
Yeah.
a little more a little more real to me, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Why do you introduce himself to my wife as Rocco though?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Just so
I
she
love
knows
that.
the
Your
real.
chambers, easy.
Yeah. Relax, Rocco. Come on.
So,
bro.
real quick, you know how I was talking about the bubble truck? I've been messaging these people as we're going on, and we just got tickets to Monday Night Raw, July 15th. Me, the wife, and them are all going out. So,
Hell yeah.
love wrestling.
Wrestling.
Wrestling!
Love that. You get to go watch some Fed, baby.
Hell yeah.
Hell
There's
yeah.
good shit right now too. Monday Night
Yeah,
Raw
that's
is where
been-
the Wyatt Six.
Yeah, dude. Fed's been killing it. So the big boy Redbeard, he was on my flight home. And this giant motherfucker just walking around and I was like, is that Redbeard? And then I was like, how the fuck am I questioning this? Where the fuck else do you see a fucking here 7 foot tall dude with a giant red beard, tattoos everywhere? Of course this is fucking Redbeard. And it's cool because it was Tuesday, so it was literally the night after all that Wyatt Six shit had happened, and I so wanted to just, I don't like bugging people like that or whatever. I wasn't gonna ask for a photo or anything, but I wanted to just walk by and go, yo man, that was pretty fucking cool last night. But my flight had landed and I had a connection and I literally had like 20 minutes to make my connection. So I like ran by him and I was like, should I stop and risk fucking missing my flight? And I was like, I should probably get my flight.
Yeah.
What if it turns into a conversation?
Time. Right? Next time. Because I actually have worked with him quite a few times on the indies. He probably doesn't fucking remember me at all, but it's very cool to see stuff like that happen. You know, people are released and brought back all the time. You never know what the fuck is going to happen with that sort of stuff. So you never know. Like, saw that guy at the indies one day. Yo, look what happened to Ethan Page, bro. We were at Dayton with Ethan Page, and fucking basically the next night he shows up at NXT. Fucking crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, man, just because we mentioned it a little bit, I got to touch on it. Our boy Cross, man, with that match on Raw with Xavier Woods. I don't know if you've seen it, but go out of your way if you haven't. They kicked ass.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. Cross is doing awesome stuff right now, bro. And I feel like he's finally got like the platform he wants, and he's able to.
Phone's getting too hot.
You're breaking up, Tuss.
Phone's getting too hot, buddy. We might have to part two this Tussle episode.
Where were we at? Where were we at on that card?
We have 6 matches left. we've talked about 3. Yeah. We're 56 minutes into this. We've talked about 3 matches.
No idea why we're laughing. He said I know, and then disappeared.
No.
Look, man, that's what happens. We knew he was traveling. It is what it is. That just means that you guys that are listening in are going to have to tune back in for another portion. Or at least let's see if we can get him back in here and wrap up what we got.
Honestly, we can
August
next Tuesday. Oh, there he is.
Your phone overheated.
Yeah, we're I'm still take back. I apologize.
It's all good, buddy. We're just gonna wrap it up.
Damn, that sucks.
We're just gonna wrap it up, brother. We'll do another part at some point. I don't think he can hear us. Somebody message him.
I did.
All right. Well,
he said they're driving in a storm, so no worries. Yeah, because we still got 6 matches to talk about. So, and I don't want to talk about them without Tussle.
I mean, a card this epic and an experience this grand deserves a sequel.
Yep.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Yeah, so we'll get this shit scheduled.
He just came in to laugh and leave.
Yeah, we'll get this shit scheduled probably next Tuesday, I would imagine. Yeah, we will see everybody for part 2.
That's the first time we've done that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll figure it out. So yeah, part 2 might be tomorrow, might be next Tuesday. We'll let y'all know. We'll announce it on the socials, for sure. You guys got any other thoughts before we head out?
Iowa was a great experience. So to the people of Iowa that may watch or listen, thank you very much for your hospitality and welcoming the dads in and making us feel like one of your own, because we had an epic fucking time.
Yeah.
It was almost twice as good as the first time. I can't say all the way twice as good because I met Tommy Dreamer, but I still had a great time.
I do have a message from Tussle. He wanted to tell everybody that he loves you and thank you for listening. And we'll see you on part 2 for sure. Iowa was epic. We're going to talk about it more on part 2. And as always, check us out on all the socials. That's where we'll be announcing part 2 at DW_podcast, Facebook at the DWO podcast, TikTok at DW_pod. Get that dad merch, Pro Wrestling Tees, TeePublic. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. When you see part 2 coming out, we'll probably announce it tomorrow or even tonight. We'll, when we get it figured out. Make sure you share that so everybody knows, because we still got a lot of great stuff to talk about. We've only talked about 3 of the 9 matches on this card. So if that tells you anything, we went an hour and talked about 3 matches. So it just tells you how it was an epic weekend, man. Revolver's something special. So until next time, Top Dads out.